Guys, welcome back. In this video, we are going to be starting a brand new series. Now, technically, I've already made the first episode of this when we were talking about those coconuts over there. But we are going to be doing a brand new series, how to grow, basically, like a plant. And in this series, I am going to be talking about one plant per episode, and I'm going to tell you guys how to get them, how to take care of them, and so on. So in this episode, we are going to talk about bamboo. Now, I have a whole bamboo forest here in my backyard. This is my dad actually started this. He started about let's see, 25 years ago. So yeah, 25 years ago. You can see it's pretty thick. I'll walk in here for you guys. So, some things about bamboo that you're gonna have to know before you even think about getting it is bamboo is very, very, very invasive. And if you look through here, you can see it's like all through here. It has taken over this whole thing here. And its roots are actually the worst part when it comes to that, because the roots go all down in here and stuff. They go down like underneath that yard over there, and a lot of times the roots will go underneath, and they go down in the yard and stuff, and they just go all through here, and they're thick. And bamboo only ever spreads once a year, aka it only grows once a year. And how it does that is its roots will go out, right? So you can kind of see some roots here on the surface. Like that's a root right there. This is not a root from it. There's a root right there, bamboo root. There's a bamboo root. There's a bamboo root, and they go all through this yard pretty much. And if you look, you can kind of see that there was some way out here even. You can kind of see there's some canes right here. There's some there, and there's even some way over here. So look, this is where I am right now. There's canes right here, right? Look how far we are from that bamboo forest. That means that their roots went all the way through here, and they will have little shoots. And when they're about a foot tall or shorter. If they're in the yard like this, then we just mow them over. But if they're above a foot tall, then it's probably safer for the lawnmower if you were to like manually cut them. So now bamboo. So yeah, that's how that works. It's really cool. And when bamboo shoots are young, they are really soft, right? And if you look at bamboo right now, it's wood. Listen, you can kind of see my nails here. My nails hitting that. It's wood. But when they're new, they're very soft. And once they get full grown, then they'll start to harden off. Now, bamboo can also have these weird shapes. So this cane right here, for instance, you can kind of see how it grew there. It curved a little bit, and then it went up. So yeah, they can have some weird shapes. Now, bamboo, it is a thing called a evergreen. And what that means exactly is, so most plants that have a woody stem like this, all of their leaves will turn, reds and yellows and browns and stuff, and then will fall to the ground. Bamboo will not do that. Bamboo actually, their leaves will stay green all year long. Now you can see that some of these canes here are brown, but that happens is because like over time the canes will die, because if the canes were to never die, then there would never be room for the new ones to pop out. And it's really good for your bamboo forest if you were to kind of like, remove the brown ones, because it just makes more room for them. In a way, they're not. It's kind of a bad thing to use there, because bamboo, the canes, they actually use each other to stand up, because the roots don't really they don't help them to stand up. But what they actually do instead is they will lean on each other's, and if there's only one cane here, then it'll probably be leaning over like insanely crazy. But as you can see, these aren't leaning over because they're leaning on each other. So yeah. Now when I say that they're evergreens, they are. But they're only gonna now they can die, but they're evergreens, and they can die just naturally like these all have. Or if you live in a place where it gets very, very cold in the wintertime, then it can kind of freeze them out. Now, since the roots are down in the ground, then they usually never die. But the canes will. But as long as you have those roots down there, then it'll come right back up. Now, I would say I wouldn't recommend buying bamboo, just because, or actually getting it, because, like I said, if you're not careful, it will take over your whole yard. Now, my dad and I have worked hard to keep it in its spot, and its roots may go down here, but as long as you mow down the new canes, then it's fine. So, but yeah, and also bamboo, I would say that it's good for fence lines as well, because, okay, so there's a yard back there, right? If we go out here, and if you just look at it, you cannot see through there whatsoever. So it kind of makes a good barrier for that. And making stuff like this as well, like around it, will help. But the thing about this is that your roots are more likely to be froze out. Now, bamboo, some plants are good for pots and some aren't. Bamboo doesn't really like pots because its roots, they just want to go outward. And when they're in pots, they hit the sides and start to go around the pot and stuff like that. I do have some in a pot, and I'm doing this as an experiment. And by the way, here's what a new one looks like right there. The shoot right there, that's a new one right there. Popping up. That's what they look like. Now, when you plant it in a pot, what can actually happen sometimes is the roots will hit the side of the pot, and the root will start to go upward, and the root itself will actually make it a new cane, which is kind of cool. But yeah, so, and all you need from bamboo is a root. If you got a root that's about a foot or longer, then you're going to definitely get some bamboo popping up. Now, as I said, this bamboo here, it took about 25 years to get like this, but it's done pretty well. And when the canes die off naturally, they drop their leaves, and the leaves will they will break down and basically self-mulch itself, which is pretty cool. And we've put some mulch down here as well. But yeah, that stuff there is going to be some good soil here pretty soon. But yeah. Now there's a lot of, there's a bunch of different species of bamboo. You know, just like any plant. And so yeah, it's very, very hardy. Now I've read online that there are some species that have fruit, and bamboo is one of the few plants that actually don't have seeds whatsoever. But some bamboo species will have fruit. Like I think I've said maybe like once every 50 years or something like that. This bamboo, as far as I know, it has never ever done that yet. If it does, then I'll make a video on it. But yeah, bamboo doesn't have seeds, and so and since there's no seeds, it just goes like in the roots. So, but yeah, so that's about it for bamboo. If you guys like have any questions for me, then ask me like in the comments down below, and also let me know what kind of plant I should talk about next. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later for a new video. Bye.